Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Locke with another episode that's long overdue, but I've been busy. I've been busy. I got a lot going on. I've been traveling, but more importantly, I got a book out now. So I've been doing some work on, trying to get the book out there. That's a big deal. It's on the website. It's on the website. I'm gonna be talking about this book for a while because I believe in it. Um, and a lot of people was like, "Oh, just another damn book." Yeah, that's what I was saying when I was writing it. But the reason I was able to stick to it is because I was thinking to myself, like, this is not just another book. This is something I believe in, and this is something that people can benefit from on a really crazy level. I might do a whole damn episode dedicated to where I'm at with that, and I may. So just y'all gonna have to just bear with me on that. I'm gonna be in and out. I'm gonna be in and out, but but I'm excited. I'm real excited about how it turned out, man. But that's what I've been on. All I've been on is this book, and I've been traveling the world, and I kind of got some time to do a couple episodes. So I'm gonna knock them out, in quick succession, so that we can get something out here. Remember, disclaimer: this podcast is not for the world. It's not for mainstream uh, reproduction. I don't even know how to word it. It's just not for everybody. This is for specifically for the small community of people that surround anything around the Risky Talks branding. Like literally, that's it. You know, so this might not be for everybody, and there ain't gonna be some specific category or some specific. No, this is just for me. You want to get to know Risky Talks, the creator, then it's me, and you can hear me one on one in that regard. So, but now that doesn't mean that I'm not, down the line gonna do some targeted type episodes or some targeted type shows. I think that's, here to go. But this is a personal podcast and a relationship that I want to have with the people that, interact with the stuff that I produce. All right. Now we got all the disclaimers out of the way. Let's get straight into this damn topic. And hopefully y'all doing good. We getting ready to roll into another month into 2025. So all right, so here it is. I was having a conversation with some of my friends about relationships, as I often do. And oh, damn, we talk about relationships a lot, like damn near every day. Shit, that should be an episode in itself. Maybe I can get them to do a podcast. Hey, if they hearing this, then maybe y'all can do a damn show with me. But back on track. So we were talking about relationships and why infidelity happens at all in relationships. And I think I came to the conclusion that people only step out is because they're bored in the relationship. Now, just before we get some, well, actually type person to tell me that no, people break up for other reasons, like physical abuse, some type of verbal abuse, you dealing with a person with mental illness, got it. I hear you. But at large, I'm going to say that people essentially, they just get bored in a relationship. And I guess the question came up to whereas, like, would you prefer your significant other come to you and just tell you, hey, I know things are going, but I'm really not happy with the way that this thing is happening. And if it doesn't change, then the relationship is over, or would you rather them just go straight up and cheat on you and you never find out about it? They get their fix and you get your fix by staying in a relationship until eventually it fizzles out. And we talked about it for quite a bit. I have my thoughts on it. My thoughts is simple. My thoughts is simple. I think that yes, you should. You 100% absolutely should be doing these check-ins. And if somebody's coming to you to tell you that they unhappy with a specific action or a specific thing that's going on in a relationship, then yeah, you better praise them. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You mad because I didn't take out the trash. Hallelujah. You mad because I'm not following through on my commitments. I think so. I think that is that and that's where the conversation kind of went. It's like, no, I think people would be offended if somebody came at them. Let me think something that'd be offensive. Let's say you've been in a relationship for a year. I mean, I don't know what the attention span of relationships now are these days. It might be 6 months. But let's just say you've been in it for a year and now somebody's saying, hey, you know what? I like, what we've been doing as far as physical intimacy goes, but I'm kind of bored now. Maybe you might get offended. I think that's a perfect opportunity to say, okay, well, shit, let's talk about it and really think about it from where that person is coming from with it, right? It's not necessarily about them trying to be, offensive. It's more about I think them trying to preserve the relationship because I don't care how many people like pancakes. I always use this example. If you like pancakes, like you could eat them shits for 3 years straight, right? But I promise you that those pancakes don't taste as good on the third year that they did on the first year. And it got me thinking into more of, well, one of my beliefs, which is that a relationship is controlled turbulence. Like that it's coming, whether it be beauty fading over time, whether it be you getting bored with physical intimacy. And like I said, I'm not saying this is normal. I'm just saying, based off of all the years of hearing, different reasons on why people separate. Well, money being one of them, and physical intimacy being the second one, and just boredom being the third one. What I'm saying is, that it's coming. There is no, no pun intended, but that it's gonna happen. Like every relationship has a climax. However you want to look at that, right? Every relationship has a high point. Once you hit that high point, you guys need to establish a new high point. You have to establish a new high point or a different point altogether in order to keep it interesting. Otherwise, you're gonna come to the conclusion of fatigue. It's gonna be that relationship fatigue, that boredom that we talked about, which is why relationships fail ultimately. Um, they fail because people don't come together and have a real conversation about doing those checkpoints, similar like I talked about in my book. I'm tell you, go get the book, man. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna try to do a sell on the damn book so y'all can get it. All right. For the price of a cheeseburger, you could change your relationship. All right. It's on www.riskytalks.com. Hey, shameless plug. Go get the damn book. All this information is there. All right. Anyways, moving back, but it's you're gonna succumb to the boredom if you're not doing those regular check-ins, you know. But think about it. Think about some things that cause you to fall out of love or fall out of that infatuation or the relationship. A lot of times, or it could even be ambition. I'll use me for example. I was in a relationship with a person who was really, really, um, they just was so fucking complacent. Excuse my expression. So complacent with just living, sitting on a couch, connecting to the damn internet, scrolling, baking cookies, and that was all they wanted to do. It's like, bro, what kind of life are you living? You don't have no kind of dreams, aspirations, goals, something you want to achieve, and that's okay if you don't, right? But where I fucked up is well, first of all, I got in a relationship with a person that didn't have that. So, right, accountability is on me. Yeah, I picked a person that liked to bake cookies. Uh, them cookies was good though, but I picked a person that liked to bake cookies, vice a person that was ambitious, trying to achieve things. Um, so picking the right person is a part of it, but every relationship is destined to fail. And I know somebody's gonna disagree. You disagree with me? Hey, feel free to hit me up directly. Feel free to reach out to me. We could have that conversation. We could duke it out verbally. Um, but no relationship is gonna last forever. Like think about it. You hear those we all hear these long ass relationships, like these old people. Y'all hear it on the news, and they've been together for 50 years. And everybody's like, oh my God, wow, that's what I want. I want that. It's like, so wait, you willing to stay with a dude that's gonna put your head through a wall and just suck it up? Or you gonna stay with a woman who's gonna cheat on you, but you stayed for the kids, and that's why they got 50 years? You know what I'm saying? So the quality of the relationship, man. And I'm not saying that that's how all these relationships are. I'm sure there's like a small, super small 1%, maybe less than 1% of these long-term relationships that are all just great. They're just perfect in every way. But being more realistic, I think being realistic about it is a successful relationship is a union between two people that know they're not gonna be perfect. They know that shit's gonna get fucked up somewhere, whether it be the money, somebody's gonna lose a job, Somebody's going to want to change jobs. Somebody's going to have this, epiphany. Somebody's going to have this one goal that distracts from something else. Or somebody's going to be, maybe that de libido is going to drop. Maybe somebody's beauty's going to fade. Maybe somebody's physical body's going to change. There's so many, like literally, we could do this all day. um, Something is going to change. But the reason you have a relationship is because you get with a person that understands that the change is coming. I swear that information, like that change is gonna come. I'm sure that's a song, but it's gonna change. And if you're not ready for the change, that's when relationships fail. Once you meet the checkbox of attraction, the only other thing you need in a relationship for it to be successful is the understanding that this shit ain't gonna last forever if we don't work together, if we don't have these regular check-in periods where we talk about how things are going. We talk about how we're feeling on a day-to-day. Man, bro, you guys got to get the damn book, bro. look, you got to get the damn book, okay? The check-ins are so critical. They seem very robotic. Like people don't like the thought of it. They're like, man, what I look like sitting down and writing down a strategy for well, you look like a motherfucker that want to be in a relationship. Or you could just fall out of it and you could do it all over again. Like there is no, it's either you work through the bullshit that you know is coming or you just stay single. Not saying there's anything wrong with that either. You could be voluntarily single and just be comfortable in that regard too. But to build this successful relationship, there's a couple things you got to take into consideration. Is one, they don't actually exist. Every perfect relationship is created, and the definition of perfect was decided by the two partners involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, and man, I think I already talked about how social media broke relationships. I need to dig into that even more, but when you're listening to other people telling you what a perfect relationship looks like, you're just getting fed bad shit. Because then you go home and you say, well, you're not doing what they said in the magazine, or you're not doing what they said on TV. It's like, well, no shit, because I'm not them. The only person that can tell you what that perfection is going to look like is y'all two together, right? But the regular check-ins, man, I'm a big believer of the regular check-ins. Now, you hear people talk about people growing apart. That's a real thing that happens too. I think sometimes in your life, some people are just better suited to be with you at that time. And sometimes in your life, you might be better suited with other people. So I think growing apart is natural, but the only relationships that last are the ones in where two people understand we won't be perfect people. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna be perfect, but we have something here, and that something here, like getting into the percentages again, is that 1 in 270,000. That 1 in 270,000% chance. That's just to, y'all know. Go watch the other episodes. You can get it. That 1 in 270,000. That is what we got. That is our chance to be together. And if you fuck that up, good luck. Good luck. Anyways. Yeah, perfect relationships don't exist. They're created. You guys got to know that, man. All right. Well, all right. Let me wrap that up. So, starting it out, it's like relationships fail because it's like people don't understand that the change is going to come. The turbulence is coming. A relationship is literally just a ship floating in the ocean, and you're going to have crazy waves and you're going to have smooth sailing seas. But you got to be ready for it. You don't need to start talking about taking proactive measures at the end of the relationship. You should start with that shit. You should start with hey, let's fix this shit before it gets bad. Or not fix, but let's prevent it from getting bad. Preventative maintenance. Every now and again, you got to change the oil in your relationship. Or sometimes you got to put, depending on what time of year it is, you got to put a heavier weight, a different type of oil, you know? That's just all it is, man. A relationship is a constant maintenance thing. And it's not to say that it won't get easy as time goes on. It's just as long as you have attraction, you have room for relationship if you get the person with the understanding. Mm-mm-mm. And to answer the question that was asked earlier, would you rather somebody just step out on you anyways and you never find out? Or them come to the table and tell you, this is my situation? Obviously, I would choose them to just tell me, hey, this is the problem. I don't like this thing. I got a list of all those things that people do, like the inconsistencies. Man, we could, yeah, we can go. We can go. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I just wanted to put something out there. I haven't did a little episode in a while, but yeah, this is an interesting talking point though. I'm glad I was able to share it with you guys. Yeah, go check out www.riskytalks.com. See what kind of projects I got going on. If you guys want to jump on here, I would love to do a show with somebody. It'll be cool. But all right, well, anything else I got going on? Nope, that's it. Enjoy this outro. Bye.